For centuries, Germany dug deep literally for coal, fueling its rise as an industrial powerhouse. The result? A booming economy and a landscape full of giant holes, dusty slag heaps, and the occasional wobbly hillside. Fast forward to today. The coal's gone, but the mess remains. So what's Germany's bold new plan? Fill the pits with water and turn them into sparkling lakes. Yep, from mining disaster zones to beach day destinations. Regions like Lausitz and the Ruhr Valley are now home to ambitious pit-to-paradise projects. Billions are being poured into flooding old mines, creating tourist hotspots, eco-havens, and maybe even a few Instagram-worthy sunsets. Can turning craters into lakes really fix decades of damage? Germany's betting big and packing floaties, just in case. A legacy of coal and consequences. Germany's history with coal runs deep both literally and metaphorically. Dating back to the 1800s, coal mining fueled the country's industrial boom. Lignite, soft brown coal, and hard coal were extracted across the country, with the Lausitz region and Ruhr Valley emerging as major hubs. These mines supported millions of jobs, drove steel production, and energized the expanding economy. But the economic growth came at a high environmental price. Open-pit mines left enormous craters in the earth. Toxic substances polluted the soil and groundwater. Entire ecosystems were bulldozed or buried. And when demand for coal declined in the late 20th century, partly due to environmental concerns and the rise of renewable energy, these mining sites were abandoned, leaving behind a ghostly and hazardous legacy. Turning craters into water havens. To address the massive environmental toll of coal mining, Germany has launched one of the most ambitious land reclamation efforts in the world. The strategy? Fill the abandoned mining pits with water, creating artificial lakes that can support wildlife, tourism, and even climate resilience. This effort is not just symbolic, it's highly strategic. By converting more than 70 former mining sites into over 50 artificial lakes, Germany is reshaping entire regions. Among the most notable are the Lusatian Lake District and the Sea area, both located in the east of the country. The total area, covered by these reclamation projects, spans a staggering 1,500 square kilometers, almost the size of Greater London. The project is spearheaded by Lausitzer und Mitteldeutsche Bergbauverwaltungsgesellschaft, a government-owned company tasked with environmental cleanup and land restoration. Backed by federal funds, EU grants, and private investment, the initiative is expected to cost around $4 billion. How mines become lakes. Filling a mining pit with water might sound like a simple task. Just turn on the tap and let nature take its course. But in reality, the process is an intricate dance of science, engineering, and environmental care. Before any water is introduced, comprehensive environmental assessments must be conducted. Mining often leaves behind toxic residues, heavy metals, sulfur compounds, and other pollutants. If left unchecked, these contaminants could leach into the water and cause long-term ecological harm. That's why every site undergoes soil and groundwater testing to detect potential hazards. Structural safety is another critical factor. Abandoned mines often have unstable walls or underground tunnels that could collapse under the pressure of rising water levels. Engineers must first reinforce these areas, shore up infrastructure, and prevent erosion before flooding can begin. Where does the water come from? In many cases, it's diverted from nearby rivers. In Lausitz, for instance, the Spree River has been redirected to help fill former lignite mines. In other regions, groundwater or water from ongoing mining operations is repurposed. But sourcing water isn't always easy, especially in drought-prone areas, a growing concern as climate change intensifies. Once water begins to fill the pits, treatment is essential. Filtration systems and chemical processes are used to neutralize pollutants. Monitoring stations are set up to track water quality in real time, ensuring that the artificial lakes remain safe for both humans and wildlife. Breathing life back into the land. The ecological transformation brought about by these artificial lakes is nothing short of remarkable. Areas once stripped of life are now teeming with biodiversity. Birds, amphibians, insects, and fish have returned to habitats once deemed lifeless. Wetlands and forests are being re-established along the shores of these new lakes, encouraging the revival of native plant species and stabilizing the local climate. Many of these lakes have also become critical components of regional water management. In flood-prone regions, the artificial lakes now serve as buffers, soaking up excess rainfall and preventing downstream flooding. During the catastrophic Elbe River floods in 2002, the interconnected lake systems in Lausitz played a crucial role in absorbing floodwaters and shielding nearby villages. Moreover, these new ecosystems act as natural air purifiers and temperature regulators, helping offset some of the climatic disruptions caused by global warming. From wastelands to water parks, beyond their ecological value, these lakes have quickly become magnets for tourism and recreation. Activities like sailing, fishing, swimming, and paddleboarding are drawing thousands of visitors each year. The formerly industrial landscapes are now buzzing with life, not from machines, but from people enjoying nature. In areas such as Lausitz and Geiseltalsee, waterfront resorts, bike trails, and eco-parks have sprung up, fueling a local tourism economy that did not exist just a few decades ago. Cafes, rental shops, hotels, and campsites are now fixtures along the lakeshores, creating jobs and revitalizing towns that once depended solely on coal. For local residents, the transformation has brought more than just income, it's restored a sense of pride. Where once stood symbols of environmental degradation, now lies clean, clear water reflecting the skies above. Not without challenges, but turning coal pits into paradise isn't all sunshine and paddle boats. The process is wildly expensive and complex. Each site comes with its own unique cocktail of geological quirks and toxic leftovers. Places like the Lusatian Lake District need years, sometimes decades, of engineering, infrastructure, and water treatment just to be safe for swimmers. And even then, keeping the water clean is a full-time job, especially in areas like Saxony and Brandenburg, where sulfuric acid and heavy metals love to sneak back in. Add to that the wild card of climate change. Droughts are making it harder to find enough water to fill the pits in the first place. Some rivers are too low to spare a drop, stalling progress and raising eyebrows. Germany as a reclamation role model. Germany's Mine to Lake initiative isn't just a national experiment, it's becoming a global example of sustainable transformation. Other countries have pursued similar projects on a smaller scale. In the US, the Cuyuna Iron Range in Minnesota has been turned into a popular recreational area. Australia's Lake Kepwari and Lake Stockton are repurposed coal mines now used for tourism and habitat restoration. But Germany's approach, scale, and thoroughness make it unique. The nation's ability to involve government agencies, local communities, scientists, and private investors in a single cohesive vision demonstrates a model worth replicating. It's a testament to what can happen when economic, ecological, and social priorities align. Hope in the water. While challenges remain, Germany's success in turning mines into lakes offers a hopeful glimpse into the future. It proves that even the most damaged landscapes can be rehabilitated with vision, persistence, and collaboration. What began as scars of industry are now becoming sanctuaries for both people and nature. These new lakes are more than just bodies of water. They are living monuments to resilience and innovation. As the world faces increasing environmental crises, Germany's artificial lakes show us that healing is possible, even in the places we thought were beyond repair. Thanks for diving into this incredible transformation with us. If you found this video as fascinating as we did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring the world with us.